All right, we are back with another 1982 UFO report. This one is from Wilmington, Delaware. So let's check this one out here. The duration was 30 seconds. And let's see what happened here. In the afternoon, I was walking through the local firehouse parking lot with a neighborhood friend. We ran into a couple of her friends. While she was speaking to the friends, I felt a strong urge to look up at the sky. I also had started to feel a buzzing sensation that blocked my hearing of what was going on around me. It was as if the buzzing sound and urge to look up to the sky were connected. At that point, everything else going on was drowned out. I had almost instantly, as I looked up, noticed an odd-shaped craft merge out of the clouds and be flying directly over my head, as far up as an airplane would at full height. It's pretty far up. The craft was light silver in color and shaped unlike any airplane from this world I had ever seen. It was long like an airplane, but had wings in front and wings in the back. The wings went in opposite directions of each other. Okay. Light silver, shaped unlike any airplane from this world I had ever seen. It was long like an airplane, but had wings in front and wings in the back. The wings went in opposite directions. I could see the people around me and their lips were moving, but I could not hear any speaking, as all I could hear was the buzzing. Time seemed like forever, but was actually only about 30 seconds. The craft paused for a few seconds. The craft paused for a few seconds and then continued on back into the clouds. I then tried to tell my friends to look up because I saw a UFO. My friends seemed as if my words were inaudible. Everyone kept going with their own conversations. By the time I realized, it seemed as if just at the time of the sighting that I was cut off of all contact except for the buzzing I heard so loudly in my ears and head. Once the UFO disappeared, so did the buzzing. Things went back to normal. When asked, no one else had heard the buzzing and no one else had saw the craft. What? That was one of several UFO sightings in my lifetime. This was like some kind of a mysterious plane of some sort. Let's see. The craft paused. So an airplane definitely can't pause. Like it can't just hover there. So I guess that's what they mean. Okay, we're only 4 minutes in, so I'd like to do another one as well, maybe. That was from Delaware. And here's one from Houston, Texas. Awakened by hovering disc over residential area is the synopsis. Duration 20 to 30 minutes. That's a lot. A lot of time. Many years ago, absolutely sober, I was awakened around midnight by a strange whirring sound outside my bedroom window. I walked over to the window, opened the sheer curtains, and saw very clearly a disc-shaped UFO with 6 to 8 multicolored lights hanging beneath the disc. I mean, like, ow. The colored lights alternated their lighting's pattern as if spinning in a slow circle. Trying to imagine that. The sound matched the moving lights. The ship wasn't doing anything other than hovering above the rooftop. See, right away, planes don't hover. We know that. And helicopters are loud. So it's none of those things. And these aren't blimps because blimps, like, can't, like, speed off and do weird patterns and stuff. Like, you know, the ship wasn't doing anything other than hovering above the rooftops. I tried to wake up my spouse verbally to no avail. I didn't dare leave the window. After what seemed like an eternity, I finally did walk across the room to try again to rouse my spouse. Unsuccessful, I returned to the window, only to find it was gone. I watched the news reports for days for any similar reports, as sightings were common in the Texas Gulf Coast area, but no one has ever confirmed this sighting to me. My life changed after that point, though. Strange, albeit harmless phenomenon continue to follow me to this day. The lights were hanging beneath the disc. That's what I was trying to understand. Trying to understand what he means by that. That's weird. That part in particular to me. And he said the lights alternated their lighting pattern as if spinning in a slow circle. There was some kind of sound. That is weird. Houston, Texas, 1982, that was. We might have a cylinder report here. Let's see. Yes, this is Highland Park, Illinois. I stood below a very large silent floating cylinder. Oh boy. These cylinder craft are super weird. They're super strange to me. Like, I stood below a very large and they're silent floating cylinder with spokes and lights projecting out of it. Jesus. Saw it for 2 minutes. There was a very large cylinder with spokes and lights coming out of it, floating silently above between 50 and 100 yards up. I had the impression that if the object was at ground level, it would have been about a block long. Oh, gosh. Oh. I pulled my car over. Oh, he was in a car. Ooh, that would be scary. I pulled my car over and got out to stare at it for a couple minutes before it registered in my mind that this was sort of freaky. I never reported this officially because I have always been skeptical of my own experience. Fair enough. After all of this time, I am not sure of the date. I may even be off by a year. But he thinks it's July of 1982. That is freaky for sure. Yes. And he saw it for 2 minutes. I don't know, man. That's weird. Man, the cylinders are very strange for sure. Of course, these are all strange. The discs are strange. The spheres, the light spheres are strange. You know, the triangles, the and all and also like the more obscure stuff. They're all strange for sure. Um, I would be creeped out by one of these cylinder ones though too. Um, the discs definitely creeped me out as a kid when I saw them, and the triangle that I saw too did. But I never saw any like cylinder type thing. I wish I had, though. That would have been interesting. Let's see if we can do one more story here. Um, okay. Here's one from Canada. Did I do this one before? Let's see. Um, yeah, I think that one I did do. Okay. One of my other 82 videos, I must have done that one. Uh, what about this one from New York? I probably did this one too. Mm, yeah, I think I okay. I definitely checked my other 1982 UFO videos out. There's a bunch of good stuff in there. Um, let's see this Utah one. I think I did that one too. I'm not exactly sure what the date was, but we were sleeping out on the lawn, saw a object zigzagging across the sky. It would appear to move great distances in a split second. Jesus. That's from Monticello, Utah. It would move and it appeared to hover and spin. Had three lights you could see when it was hovering and spinning. Then it would zip across the sky. Jesus. Had three lights you could see. I made approximately 4 or 5 high speed passes in all directions. Then it flew over the Blue Mountains and was gone. To this day, never seen nothing like it. Now, I wonder what the heck this was. Jesus. Um, couldn't discern the shape of it. The shape was like unknown. There were lights on the object though, and it was really like it would hover and spin, but also like it had lights on it. Then it would zip across the sky. So this sounds really similar to the UFO that my stepdad and his buddies saw while out hunting. You could check that out it's called My Third UFO Video. That's a really good one. It does sound like this one. It sounds a lot like this one. Um, they saw something very similar to this because it would hover and spin and then like zip across the sky like that. My great grandmother, she also saw something very similar to this as well, and that is also on my channel. You can check that out as well. Um, that's the Litchfield, Ohio UFO video that I have on there. Um, Jesus, high speed, like stopping and then high speed and spinning. Like this is, yeah. Now, none of the UFO craft that I saw back in the day did this. Not quite like this, But man, that is crazy. I may have done that before, but that is still a really good. Um, that is a really good report, even though it's a little brief. So we'll end there. I hope you find these videos interesting. I'll definitely be coming out with more in the near future. Let me know what you think about these cases. Have you seen anything similar to these? And I will be back shortly.